Linda Allred is acclaimed as the bad habit belief breaker, is a renowned figure in personal development. She is renowned for her expertise in assisting individuals and groups in overcoming the barriers preventing them from realizing their full potential. With a rich tapestry of experience and knowledge, Linda is celebrated as a two-time best-selling author, captivating speaker, and transformative practitioner. Please join me in welcoming Linda Allred, the Bad Habit Belief Breaker.
Well, hey guys, I am so glad to be here. I am a happiness coach and I use hypnosis, energy work, and the power of positive thinking to guide my clients toward lasting happiness. And by the way, I am a young 83 years old. I just published a best-selling book. It's called Journey to Lasting Happiness. It's a guide to living a happy, healthy, and successful life. But let me be frank, I was not always happy. I was in a very unhappy marriage, and my husband's favorite words to call me were dumb and stupid. If I heard that word one time, I heard it 1,000 times. I fell into a whole depression. I mean, I was so unhappy. My password on my computer at work was Serenity because I figured if I ever found it, I had to be dead and in heaven. I had an inner critic. How many of you have an inner critic that beat me up all day long? Let me introduce you to mine. I call him my little Tasmanian devil. But guess what? Today he's my best friend, and that's what I want to teach you how to do. My defining moment to happiness came one cold winter morning in the kitchen. I had fixed myself a cup of hot chocolate. And here comes my husband, wanting to pick a fight with me. And I had learned I'd never win the fight. So when he argued with me and called me dumb and stupid, I just smiled and said, I choose to live in peace and harmony. And I left the room and sat on the couch in the living room. Here he comes again, dumb and stupid. I choose to live in peace and harmony, and left the room. I went into the bedroom. I was sitting on the bed with my cup of hot chocolate, and here he comes right in my face, dumb and stupid. I don't know what happened, guys, but I snapped at that moment. And the next thing I knew, I had thrown the hot chocolate in his face. I can still see his wild eyes looking at me with hot chocolate dripping all down his shirt, all over the bed. And then I realized, oh, what I had just done. So I ran out of the house and I walked and I cried and I walked and cried and I walked and cried for over an hour. I didn't know what to do. So with God's help, somehow I mustered the courage to go back in that bedroom, and I found him. And I said, Don Allred, you will never, ever make me feel that way again. I drew a line in the sand, and I refused to be a doormat anymore. And I refused to try to fix him, and I had to learn to fix me. A trusted RN told me that hypnosis could help me with relaxation, made an appointment, sat in his chair, and this little guy sort of got out of the way when the hypnotist was telling me that I was important, that I was self-confident, that I could do anything that I wanted. And all of a sudden, guys, I started believing it. I gave up a very successful human resource career, 17 years, to walk out on a leap of faith, to teach other women and smart men like me that they are good enough. I stayed in the marriage. We were married 54 years. Don passed away 11 years ago from cancer. But 6 weeks before he died, guys, I was rubbing his back in this hospice bed. And he said, Linda, I never knew I could love someone as much as I love you. Wow. I waited an entire lifetime for that. After he died, I got in the bed, covered my head, wanted the whole world to go away, but I know how my mind works. I understand the subconscious mind, and I would get up crying and say, I'm having a wonderful day. I'm having a wonderful day, and I would feel better. A year later, my beautiful 47-year-old home flooded. I'd almost drowned in the house. Again, I wanted the world to go away, but I know how my mind works, and I would scream to myself. If you cannot remember one thing I say in this presentation, remember these words. Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. and I stood up again so much faster than the rest of the world. So fast forward now, 11 years to the present. Last year, January 2023, I went on an epic world cruise, 4.5 months around the world, and I met the love of my life. And guess what, guys? He doesn't call me dumb and stupid. And you want to know why? Because I love myself. I like myself. I respect myself. I am good enough. And I do not let anyone into my world that doesn't treat me that way. So how many of you would like to find lasting happiness? I have a special report called The One Thing, and it is the one thing that you must master if you want to find lasting happiness. So go to lindaallred.com, click the red button, and it's right there. And I can't wait for you to email me and let me know about what you discovered about the one thing. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's hear it for Linda Allred, the bad habit belief breaker who keeps on going and continues.
And train this little guy to be my best friend. He loves me now.
So amazing. Linda, you are an inspiration to me and to the entirety of our community and everyone that you touch. What you teach transforms your life and the lives of everybody. We don't have to put up with anything that's not what we want. And you show us how to do that. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
Awesome.